The first one here is basically what are flight and fight? What are we talking about here? I want to break these things down. There was a lot in that message. I want to break them down into pieces. So the first one is, what are flight and fight? These are rungs on the polyvagal ladder. It's a metaphor. The polyvagal ladder is a metaphor for how our autonomic nervous system is built or evolved in our body. At the top of it is a safe and social state. In the middle are flight and fight. At the bottom is the shutdown state. Now, flight and fight are the same state. They're both sympathetic, but they actually occur sequentially. It's flight and then fight. So if you can't be safe, you run away, basically. If you can't run away, then you fight or you use aggression. If you cannot use aggression, then you shut down entirely. So you go down the ladder in that order, and flight and fight are in that order. It's flight, then fight. Now, flight and fight are two kind of behavioral sets of the same state. It's mobility. It's the sympathetic states. It's being mobile. Okay, both of these both the flight and fight require mobilization. That's a lot different than shutdown, which is obviously immobilization. And the safe and social state by itself doesn't necessarily require mobilization, but it can use it. It can also use immobilization. And both of these, flight and fight, have an adaptive functional behavior for survival, which I already kind of laid out. If you can't be safe, if you can't be with someone who's safe or in a safe context, then the body accesses its sympathetic state for flight to escape that situation. If you can't escape, then the body uses its fight behaviors to become aggressive in order to get that danger to back off, to create space. If you have no idea what I'm talking about with Polyvagal Theory, listen to episodes 101 through 109 of this podcast. It's a free, masterclass basically in Polyvagal Theory. If that's not enough for you and you want more, I have Polyvagal 101 on my website, justinlmft.com. Less time, less confusion. It's got exclusive video in there. There's some handouts, PDF handouts. It's a deep dive into the Polyvagal Theory in less time, really clearly organized. And there's also some webinars that you can be a part of as well. So check justinlmft.com. So far, that's what we have. Flight and fight are just, it's the same state, the sympathetic state with different behavioral sets right in the middle of the polyvagal ladder. If you can't be safe, you run away or fight. You run away, then fight. And then if you can't run away or fight, then you shut down and immobilize. That's what flight and fight are. So let's kind of get that in our mind before we move on to the next part here. Hey, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I, of course, have a lot more stuff here on YouTube, but I also have even more on my website. It's justinlmft.com. I have a blog, I have a podcast, I have free resources, and I have some paid courses as well. Head on over to justinlmft.com. I think you'll like it a lot. This and other content I create is not therapy, not intended to be therapy or be a replacement for therapy. Nothing in this creates or indicates a therapeutic relationship. Please consult with your therapist or seek for one in your area if you are experiencing mental health symptoms. Nothing should be understood to be specific life advice. It is for educational and entertainment purposes only.